Disclaimer: do not, under any circumstances, harass, contact, or threaten anyone that appears or is mentioned in these videos. They serve for the purpose of archiving only, and I do not condone any of such actions or comments. You have been warned. Never touch the poop.
I'm in the bathroom here. I'm Andy. I have autism and other developmental disabilities and some mental health issues. I need help with being in a shower properly and how to bathe properly. And if anybody wants to know, this is what I'm doing to try to help me do things that I'm able to. My dad chooses to take these down half the time. Do have struggle being able to brush my own teeth still, even with that properly. I can do it, but cleaning myself properly. And then my dad's poop rags that he washes his butt on when there's toilet paper. But I also have wipes in the house that I use for my personal problems with the diapers that I really don't want to be accused of, oh, you never had to use these before. You never had any problems before. Then why the heck did you always have to buy me diapers, Mom and Dad, when younger? It doesn't make any sense. And then when I get back, I'm going to be able to take this video of this room here and the housing conditions, including the light that's above me that doesn't work, but yet it's still powered on with wires that are not safe to use. Because I'm just coming here to show you the things I'm wanting to do better. So if I'm the one who wants to do better, but I don't see my dad helping me to become better and more independent with the things that Andy's able to do myself and not have to rely on him, is why does it I create cards like this so Dad can help me understand him, and things like this that if he wants to tell me something that I'm not able to understand or listen, have him help me with these cards here. And I provided him my sensory toy stuff and things on how to help me do better. Then why is it that I'm taking the start of trying to do things that I've been taught by people on Facebook that could help me? I created these cards myself because I don't have my friend who's a developmental pediatrician on Facebook, because that Facebook account, somehow I lost the password and got locked. And didn't write down the password, remember what I used it as. It was a different name, different email, everything. So these are my calm down cards that they did in jail with me on a I Need Calm Body worksheet thingy to help me with my meltdowns. And I added one step additional to the 3 steps that Andy had added initially. My sensory toy reminders and things that help me. But the things I added to the I Need Calm Body from Autism Educators were sit down, take out my 2 most sensitive sensory issues, close my eyes, and cover my ears, and then take my 3 deep breaths. If I'm struggling to know when to sit on the potty and that stuff, and potty steps and shower steps, I would love to show you my skin sore that Andy's suffering, and I'll do that in another video. Because I came and test my own blood sugar, and Andy don't even know where my blood sugar kit went, that I need help with still because it hurts my finger to do it, and I don't have anyone help me with that. My dad, 1 minute, the very next minute, and by the way, let's focus on what I'm showing you first, and I'll go into more details. This is something that Andy had in the only shelter that had taken me. I had help with my first end board, social skill stuff on one wall, my routine on my counter next to my sink at the shelter, and he had my brush my teeth and stuff like that. That's in the bathroom. But I don't have a place to put my social skills, my timeout, well, I was told not to call it timeout, but to call it quiet area. And have it called in another wall of my education stuff to help other people understand what I'm going through and what could be the causes and stuff. This is my first den board. It's one step here, the very first magnet, and the very next one. So after my breakfast, I would take my magnet off, put it in the den board upside down, and put this here, and to put the next task there. But I can't do that if I don't have help with the timing system to remind me to come back in here, because at the shelter, Andy had people following up with me, and I have a timer on my phone that I'm struggling with being to follow, because it's not at all, for some reason, if I don't have a timing device such as this here with the timer clock in front of me, Andy can't do it myself. I struggle with that. I don't understand why. It's part of having what I'm told, the executive functioning part of the autism, ADHD, and other developmental problems I have. Then I have this board here with all my monthly appointments for the month, my calm down, my 3 things to improve behavior, which is using my AAC app, routine, and hourly check-ins. My task that I have even done today was the documents for my care coordinator, so she can help me organize a meeting to help me meet my needs better, and organize the bathroom. Haven't even had a chance to be able to do that. Started doing laundry when I came and sleep at night, because when I go to bed, it's usually around 6 o'clock in the morning after having all these meltdowns and chaos during the day, when I'm struggling to have my dad help me with this stuff. At 1 minute, he's nice to me, claiming he's helping people or helping me when I call the police on him or Adult Protective Services. The very next minute, he is completely off his medicine. He takes Tylenol coating twice a day. And when he's off his Tylenol coating mix, he is very, very, very verbally abusive, degrading comments. I would assume would be classified as putting me down, like in a manner like I'm the one who's choosing to be here. I'm the one who's choosing to be bad. I'm the one who's choosing not to listen. Dad, I hate to say this, that's why I created these cards, to help me understand if you are trying to help me or not, instead of me, there's a lot of the recordings I go through, I do hear you saying, Andy, it's okay, take a couple of deep breaths. But that's not until just recent, Dad. And it's not all the time you say that. I don't understand it if you're not going to help me, and you get me upset by not having a routine or the things I'm able to do. And Dad, it upsets me when I have one friend that I ever met in my life, be able to do the things himself. When I go shopping, Dad, at a Walmart with you, it has a sensory, unfriendly delight in the sound and the smell and everything in this store. You see everybody my age being able to do things for themselves. And here, I'm relying on you for that thing that I struggle with, shopping. And then you don't understand, Dad. I'm able to do few things to help you. Very good at being able to clean dirt, but to organize your mess and my mess and not have a space to put my clean clothes. My clean diapers are in box here. This is last month's, remainder from last month, but I haven't been eating or drinking much because Andy don't have help in my lunch or breakfast for things I'm able to do, such as microwave stuff with supervision, still. But there are fire hazards with that for me. And I don't have a place to put any of my belongings. Anytime Andy goes organizing something on the dining room table, you yell at me, curse at me, blame me, and then you don't ask me to clean it or clear it. Part of my dinner time routine, Dad, and mealtime routine is I want to clear and wash the table and set the table. because you don't have anyone helping you. Matter of fact, my 31-year-old brother, who's going to be 32, doesn't even do anything. He doesn't even clean his own bedroom. He relies on my dad to do all that while he's sitting on his computer. But dad, he has the language to say, well, he helps me do papers. He helps me do everything. He helps me, he works at Walmart. But a lot of times he's on his computer and not doing anything else that a normal man would be able to do, like me. At least my brother, I know, can do those things, but chooses not to. Andy struggles with those things. I can clean to remove dirt, can dust, but that stuff can be a sensory problem with depending what chemical you use or what kind of rag you use, if it absorbs a chemical on the rag or not. And I need my dad to understand, I'm not choosing to be bad. Now Andy has the words and language to say, enough is enough. Stop blaming me for having you cater on me. I want you to teach me these things, Dad. I want you to help me learn from what Andy can already do, but I need help with when and how to go about doing it. It is why I created, those board thingy, and the other thing I have. The first board was bought on Amazon. The other ones Andy created with help with the developmental pediatrician. And I'm struggling to get my dad's cooperation and trying to communicate better with me and listen to me, not blame me. He blames me by saying, you're here because you want to be here. You're doing this to be bad. You're having a temper tantrum. You're doing this to be mean. You're being controlling. You're being nastyism. Everything else he says. But Andy does not understand why my dad is using that when I'm trying to tell him over and over again, I want to do better. That's why Andy wanted the routine for all my life, because he had it in school. Don't have it with my dad or family. I don't have anyone teaching me how to do things. My mom used to teach me how to cook and things, but she can't do that stuff anymore. And then I had my dad blaming me or assuming and accusing me of, you don't have feeling. I'm the only one that counts. Dad, you may not have the language for you to hear my saying how I appreciate your help and love you and everybody else in this world. You may not have the understanding I feel for you. Do not assume or accuse me of this stuff anymore. And then don't make fun of me because I'm in diapers still. And Andy's more than able to work with supports that I had at McDonald's, who taught me how to clean, but struggle with the organizing things, who taught me to mostly be independent with my diaper issue, and taught me to fail first before asking for help. If you don't want to believe that, Dad, that other people like Dina, a Russian military retired American spy at age 12 in the Soviet Union Army, as my store manager at McDonald's teach me those things, then what about my nanny, the only person that would help watch me because of my problems when younger, but didn't have mom watching me because of her back injury? She pondered me on to someone else. And Nancy Shingle-Decker was that lady who helped me and taught me the things that you and Mom really didn't teach me. The social skills that she was working on with me. The things that Speech wanted to work on with me, that Dad, you were even wanting to participate in it, so they discharged me. Very big reason why they didn't just postpone my scheduling until after the autism testing. Very sad, Dad, that Andy wants help, and I don't have you going to anyone showing how you want to help me. Like Ryan, my last counselor at Horizons, before they discharged me, because they don't treat autism or help people with that, or know how to. He, first of all, Dad had said to me, in order for him to want to help me, or have you help me rather, is you had to show him by calling him, saying, I want to help my son, want to stop abusing him. You didn't do that, Dad. So he couldn't work with me and you on some of these skills. His supervisor, Pat Green, gave you a few options on how to help me with a routine. Have you helped me with that yet? Don't think so. Dad, if Andy doesn't have you spoon feed me into my mouth with my dinner, or be able to dress me, or shower me, then I don't expect you to do the things Andy already knows how to do, such as cleaning, and have your help cleaning and organizing when I need it, and to teach me how to organize, and to teach me to do better behaviors. Because Andy's been asking you for help, I wrote a detailed plan that multiple police officers had said it is a very good, well thought out plan, and they have said that Andy can talk better by writing than verbalizing it, and they thought it was very well detailed, very well thought out and planned, and you have even took the time to want to listen to my AAC app read it to you, or for Mom to look it over with you. You caused trouble the night Andy wanted you to help me with that, and you caused Joe walks away from anything when I want somebody to help me. Oh, because you don't want me using my teddy bear that jail had me go to. Oh, because I tapped my belly because they worked on with my behavior replacement program to help me for my meltdowns. Oh, because Andy is told to use my AEC app because of speech. Oh, because of counseling the first time in Horizons many years ago wanted me to use earmuffs and things to help me with that. And how I didn't want to become a retard to have them until Andy started realizing that helps me for my behaviors in stores or restaurants. And how listening to music was the first thing that Andy had to use over getting a noise canceling earmuffs. And then how Andy learned the weighted blanket should have been done years ago, taking advice of my counselor. And the vest, how that helped me from a friend of mine. And then all the sensory toys that Andy found that actually some work, some don't with me. But Andy is at least trying to show I want to do better, Dad. And I don't have you help me. In my eyes, it is only me wanting to try. When I rely on more than just myself and Andy don't understand why. And then you make me feel so bad, in my opinion, how you treat me about ever since Andy was told I may have autism, and now it's confirmed you are so very worse than what you ever have been with me. 1 minute you show when it's convenient for you to pretend that that you're helping me. Is it that you tell the police, oh, I'm helping Andy, I'm doing this for Andy, I'm doing that, providing him food, transportation, but you don't show them the abuse that you do to do that things to me. You don't tell them what Andy goes through from you. How you belittle me and treat me and degrade me. And then you won't help me with reminding me to shower and following up with me on my routine. Or helping me when Andy needs help at his door when I poop my diaper by accident. You blame me for all that stuff because you don't want to even do the things that you're able to. Dad, you may have mental health issues. You may have a back and neck injury, which you do. But you are not retarded to not help me with my medications, to help me with my reminders and work with my therapist and team. You are more than capable of doing that. You are not capable of teaching me how to cook, how to organize things, how to do the life skills that Andy needs help with. But you can work with me on the things of organizing, and I can help you in the kitchen by doing dishes and stuff like that. But you choose not to help me. And in my opinion, it is where you always going to be because you want to make it look like the weakest person in your life you're going to make miserable. Like you did with Mom when growing up. Like you did with Mike and Danielle until you saw Mike rebel against you and Danielle. And then now where are they? They're no longer in your family. Grow up, Dad, and start helping me, please, and accept you have problems too. And you can't clean or do organizing things when you are 70 years old almost. Andy wants to help you, and I deserve to do the things that I'm able to do without regressing any further. Because Andy don't have the help of doing this stuff like I had with Mom. I don't have your help making phone calls. My most stressful thing to be able to do is communicating, understanding people, and expressing, and then be denied help. Andy is having trouble communicating now. I'm starting to get stressed out, so I gotta go.
If you like what you see here, consider becoming a member of the channel, where you'll have access to not only this, but 3 other emotes to make fun of the creature, as well as member-exclusive time lapses on how they were made. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment and subscribe to help expose the creature. And remember, Andrew Ditch fakes autism.